How's everybody doing? Tommy here, Bible believer. I think it's the 19th of May, 2022. And I hope everybody's doing great. Quick video. Do the will of God. Jesus says, if you want to be my brother, you'll do the will of God. And the will of God is simple. Read 1 John, other parts of the Bible. Love God and love your brother as yourself. And you're well on your way. Jesus, First John also says, if you do the will of God, you got the Son and you got the Father. Jesus says that too. So, you want to do the commandments. You want to confess when you do sin, but you want to do the will of God. Do the commandments. Follow good. And get away from the world. Get away from the world stuff. Get away from all this crap, Netflix, movies. And I'm not one of those guys saying you can't watch a movie, but I like old movies myself. My dad, was a big Humphrey Bogart fan. So I got hooked on those black and white old movies. I was the oldest young kid you ever seen, a teenager watching Treasure of the Sierra Madre, But, so right from the beginning, and I was as fallen as, I was as far under as the Titanic back then. So, but the seeds were planted. And I'm not saying you can't watch a movie, but, you want to get as far away from the world as you can. And Netflix and, hip-hop and rock and roll and all this stuff. And I was the biggest guy, And I'm not saying you can't listen to a song either. I mean, you can't get away from it. But, either we're for God or we're not. Either we're sold out for God or not. And, even reading, I'm not saying you can't read a book. But I would get like with a Bible-believing, spiritual book. Get something that's going to educate you and help you. But getting that book, getting that Bible, get on your knees or on your face and pray to God. As much as you can. Do the will of God. Do the will of God because and for and a selfish reason, if you need that, is the more you get in the will of God, the more your prayers will get answered. If you're praying for $1 million, you could do it, and God might answer. That would just happen to be His will for you. I think it was that football player Hollywood Henderson. The guy that did he said he did cocaine during the Super Bowl in the 70s. He ended up being a Christian, and he was laying in a field protesting something. I don't know all the details, but he asked God. He said, God, if you, I could have this wrong, but this is just he said, God, let me hit the lottery, and I will, because I think he spent all his money from football. And he said, let me hit the lottery, and I'll do good with the money. And I think he did. I think he hit for like $2 million, and he did something like with 1 point something. So sometimes it's in the will of God, but normally, if you're praying for something, you want to make sure for yourself, especially, you want to make sure it's in the will of God. So another quickie here. God bless everybody. I'll talk to you at the next video. If you're not saved, get saved. If you are saved, witness to somebody, get them saved. Praise God.